What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another week of Proto-GT in the Ford GT2. This week we are at the Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit track I really like for 30 minutes. Car feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the set and how everything's come together this week. We do have a pretty good Ford GT with us here, about 2,700 iRing, so we're definitely going to have to work for it. I'd like to have another great battle similar to the one Will and I had here last season, so shout out Will. Go check out Will's channel. Great guy. Hope he's recovering well. He's actually on a nice vacation right now, so it would be great to have another great battle like that, but obviously we got to win. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Excited for it. Hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it's fun. And hopefully it's entertaining. So I appreciate you all so much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. And let's get on the grid and we will get ready to rock and roll. All right. So I feel good about where we're at. I don't know exactly how fast we are, but we'll see. I think our pace is okay. A couple of the GT1s here ahead of us, the 2 and 3, are both very talented, very fast, so expect them to not have any problems. They'll drive away, be not in our way at all.
I'm going to give a bit of a gap there, Max. Yep, much as you want.
So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's cool, hopefully it's fun. Great to have another Ford in here again. Again, love the track, feels good. I feel good about our pace and how we're doing. And here we go. Nice and chill here, middle of the racetrack, full fuel obviously. Car's gonna be quite heavy, tires cold. Just gotta get everything up and rocking. Again, his Q lap was about 1.4 seconds off of what I ran, but this was probably in the ballpark of what I feel comfortable at running in race pace. So if he was running that on a race set, for example, he will probably be quite quick and hang right with us, probably even faster, honestly. So yeah, definitely gonna have to work for this. Not gonna be a cakewalk, but that's why we race, right? So. Looks like he tried to accelerate just a little bit on a curb there, got a little bit sideways, but thankfully saved it. Continue on. A little bit deep for me into the hairpin there, the Goodyear hairpin. He ran even wider behind me, but again, thankfully stayed on track, saved it. Through the Schumacher S. So these cars tow quite well, actually. So we're not out of the tow range yet by any means, even though we have about 12 car lengths or so. That wasn't a great corner for me. Neither is this, plowing my balls off. Not great for lap time. All the GT1s and the Hondas have gotten away though, thankfully. A little bit of tow coming back towards us here. Of course, don't want to run 11 tenths yet. We don't need to at this moment. But we have a little bit of gap here, so we're comfortable. Not under immediate threat, so decent first lap. Don't know how many we're going to have here, maybe 16, 17, somewhere in that range. Turn 1 quite tricky, especially when you're trying to push it. Very easy to overstep there. Lock either the fronts or the rears and go for either a big slide or even a spin. So a lot of tricky brake zones here. I used to be really bad around this racetrack. Put a lot of time into it, a lot of effort, and a lot of different cars to understand the nuances and how to be a little bit more controlled and a little bit more in with the racetrack. And hopefully that's paid off. It paid off last season or 2 seasons ago here with Will. So yeah, I feel good. Obviously, we're going to have to keep doing our job, making good lap time, rolling well. But I feel good about where we're at. Sets feels very good. Very smooth, very in control, very calm. I feel like we can definitely maximize it there. There's some gravel from an off from one of the Hondas. So yeah, we'll see how this all works out. But start was good. We got away a little bit. Not a huge amount, but a little bit is good. Better exit there that time.
It in, yeah.
Smoke that cone.
To make lap time, you actually have to drive quite hard around here, which is tough, is tricky. It definitely puts you at risk of making a mistake. Hopefully we can avoid that. I hope you all enjoyed the iRacing kind of ladder tree video I put out yesterday. That was a lot of fun to put together. I know that that's something that iRacing did way back in the day, but hasn't been done at all recently, and is something I really think is missing from iRacing and from the UI. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't see yesterday's video with the truck thumbnail, the CF Mobile, go check that one out. It was a really good video, a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, so go check that one out. I'm having to run quite hard here because he's sticking with us. I'm probably running 95 to 97% right now. Still a little bit left in the tank if we had to throw caution to the wind, but obviously we're trying to avoid that. But definitely not running around here saving tires here. We're having to run pretty hard here, so that's okay. We pulled about 2/10 that previous lap. We got about 2/10 so far this lap also.
Do we make contact there or just then?
You make contact doing the airlock until last time.
Looks like there's contact and drama happening up ahead, so we'll have to keep that in mind when the Hondas come around to lap us, which just fills me with confidence.
Other than touching, I was definitely trying to stay far right.
GT1s might even win overall if they keep tripping over each other in the Honda field, because none of those guys are particularly high I rating or fast, so. We're doing okay. We're in good shape. Feel good about our pace and where we're at. I like these races. You run a lot of Ford GT2 races where there's no real competition, or you're not having to push, or you're not having to put your skills to the full test. And then you get in one of these like this race here, or against Peter, my good friend Peter. Anybody like that, and it's like, okay, this is why we put the time in, this is why we put the laps in, to be ready for a moment like this. So, not a great last couple of corners there, but again, turn one right on the limit. There we go. Better section there. I think that's the Mercedes-Benz Stadium section is what that is, I believe. Don't know all my Nurbs GP corner names. Other than the Goodyear hairpin. And the chicane is called the chicane. And Schumacher S. That's all I got. Track temp was low 90s, so not hot, but not cold by any means. Actually, probably okay for my pace. Happy with it. A little better lap this time. Guy behind might have made a few minor errors. Turned in a little bit too shallow there, caught a little bit more curve than I was trying to get, but we made it. We survived okay. I overdrove that corner again, slid the right front. Gave up about 2 or 3 tenths. A little bit too bumpy there, got a little bit offline. It's a difficult track to get 10 tenths out of, but that was a really good lap. We gained about 7 tenths that lap, so that was good. Lap was okay, 55.9 again. Sub 56 is really, really good for my race pace, so I'm happy with that. I'd like to be able to settle into the, 56.1, 56.2 in that range, but right now we're not able to really chill or save anything. We're having to push pretty hard here. Again, we only have about 16 or 17 laps of race here, so we're already getting up towards 1/3 distance in the next lap or two. Guy behind made up about half a second in that first sector. Great first sector from him. Maybe I was just bad, who knows, could be a little bit of both. Guy behind does a lot of GT3 it seems like, so familiar with cars like this, but obviously this car with no traction control, no ABS, manual blipping, that's all a little bit different than you find in GT3. Go, a little better, ran a little bit wide on the exit, but that's okay, we lived. Better turn in that time, actually a little bit too shallow, probably lost again a 1/10 or so. It seemed like we got off of there pretty well, which again, this is pretty much the longest straightaway, so we made a little bit of ground, which is great. I like driving this car at 10/10. It's quite fun. We're not quite at 10/10 here today so far, but we're definitely having to push a lot more than we have recently in a lot of races. So it is fun. It's nerve-wracking because the car will bite you. It is very finicky, very easy to make even a minor mistake that compounds because the car is not exactly savable. But it is fun when you're rowing through it and really pushing your corners and sliding, and you feel the car not 100% cooperating. It's nerve-wracking and it's very difficult, but it is quite fun. So definitely enjoy it. If we do have to start pushing or when traffic comes, I'll probably do my usual of shut up and focus, just so you all are aware when that time comes. Another sloppy first sector for me there. Not sure what I'm exactly doing. Not quite as good as the guy behind, but a couple more tenths there we gave up that time. Seemed to be better on the back half for sure, at least compared to where he's making time. Again, we're kind of out of that direct tow, so he's not really towing up to us, nor is he able to just kind of mimic or follow what I do, so he's having to figure this out for himself, which is actually a good thing. Good exit again there from me. Nicholas actually behind Max. I think that was a good battle that I was just catching a glimpse of there on the relative. They're obviously all far ahead. The 8 car, the only car not far ahead, so fine by me. A little bit of a slide through the chicane there, nothing too crazy. So that's 6 laps down, just past 1/3 distance again, probably 16 laps for us depending on where the leader is. That was actually our best lap. A little bit surprised by that. Again, thinking of Will, he's on a trip, but he's been recovering from foot injury and leg injury. He hasn't been in the sim in a couple of weeks now, so we definitely miss him. But I just think back to last time I drove this car here. He and I had such a great battle, and he thought I was toying with him, and the fact that I was just kind of cruising out in front of him to make it look cool, make it close. But I was having to work pretty hard, not 100%, not like today, but I was not just cruising. He had real genuine pace that week, and that was I think his first and maybe only week in the Ford.
Traction on the gas is unreal.
But that was a lot of fun. That was a good week, so I was excited about this week. Forgot that he was on a trip and was hoping he was going to be back healthy, but no matter. It's okay. It's all good. Definitely starting to feel a little bit of front tire heat. Not necessarily wear, but just building heat, which is fine.
I'm just happy we don't
Why die in
Yeah.
So again, not a huge field here, Proto-GT paid track. But 8 cars is pretty good, multiple cars in every class, which is awesome to see always. Seemingly everybody's pretty evenly matched, so that's always good. A little bit too deep in the chicane there, we made it though.
They're just killing me today, man.
Again, kind of just a meh lap there, we didn't really make any time.
Got an off track.
In fact, we lost just a little bit, so. Just using the runoff at turn 1 there, the wide exit, to just kind of help roll the car through and not pinch it off too much if we can help it. Have to go very slow through that left-hander. Front does not want to cut nor back to the right here, but we're making it okay. That was a better first sector from me. Broke even or maybe even gained a tenth, so it's better than we have been doing. Definitely feeling some rear tire heat now as well as the front, so got to keep that in mind, keep it within our limits. Thankfully, it looks like the Hondas and the lead ones will only catch us once here today, which is awesome. So hopefully not too much traffic, no drama like we had last week at VIR, hopefully. Knock on wood, God forbid. We can afford to lose a little bit of time, but not gobs, obviously. Hopefully the Hondas, since they're a little spread out, will stay patient and pass us on straights and whatever, but can't worry about that yet, so. The chicane there, still quite bouncy, but we made it. Decent lap there again. We made up about 3/10, so that was actually a good lap. Actually my best lap, so kind of explains why. Again, having to work quite hard, sweating quite hard, even though I got all the fans on and everything, so apologies about not always being chatty. I'm having to focus quite a bit here today, but that's okay. Hope you all are having a wonderful Thursday. Again, if you didn't check out yesterday's video, check that out. Tomorrow, we actually have 87s and WRL at Sonoma. I completely forgot that the schedule was bumped because they had a server issue when we tried to run the first one. But yeah, so that's that. A little bit too pushy on throttle there. That was sloppy, but we made it. So yeah, that is going to be hopefully tomorrow. 87s at the Sonoma in the WRL League, race 3 of I believe 6, but maybe 7. I can't remember how many there are exactly. After our win at Auto Club last week with our 1-2-3 with JKR with Nico and Bryce, we do enter Sonoma as the point leader. We will also enter DDP, Diet Dr. Pepper, next week at Talladega, that you'll see probably on Tuesday, hopefully, as the point leader. So, a lot of good things going on in leagues. Obviously, the officials are going great. We're running really well. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling calm. It's always good when you get in those rhythms where you're calm and in control and performing at a high level in a variety of cars and situations. So, just in one of those grooves right now. It's been a very trying couple of weeks, actually, in my personal life with obviously real life stuff and work stuff and everything else, but the sim stuff has been going spectacularly, so I'm very pleased and proud of that. Yeah, just very, very lazy through these couple of corners here. Very slow speed, bottom of second gear. That's okay, with just under 12 minutes to go. About a 5-second gap. We can dial it back just a little bit, not push the issue quite as much, but obviously we still got to keep plugging away. Just in case, you never know. We're going to have traffic, or we're going to beat the traffic, I guess, technically. For the couple lead Hondas, so we gotta have as much gap as we can to be able to be as kind to them as we can, make that as easy as we can on them. Looks like they're all fairly spread by 4 or 5 seconds each, so that'll help us obviously with getting them through. Oh, come on, car. There we go. Still got to run PCC yet this week. It's at Summit. Just haven't gotten a chance to put any good laps in. Got to do some testing with Gavin. Do some more studying, take some more notes. It's been very popular from what I can tell, so excited for that. Excited for the 2-hour events, see how those go. I think Nico won one already this week in the M2. Big congrats to him. We got to get Nico to start a channel and start recording stuff so we can all see his race shenanigans. So if you know Nico, try to talk Nico into it. So that's 10 down. We're on to 11 here. A little bit more conservative in turn 1 with our heavy braking and downshifting since we have a little bit of gap. We're still running decent pace, low 56s just like I wanted. Very happy with this. I'm back in a good rhythm of trusting the sets that I've built. I say that as I plow my balls off through there, yikes. But anyways, Road Atlanta seemed to have been an exception. Again, don't know if I just didn't quite get it right. Don't know if it was, again, something weird with the track temp or the weather or what exactly that was, but the last couple of weeks here and other stuff at VIR here, I can't even remember where else we went. But we felt really good. Oh, Spa felt really good also. Just been in control, been feeling good, feeling confident. Car's doing what I want, behaving like I want. Not always the fastest thing, but that's pretty much my MO. Comfortable is more important, especially in a series like this where you sometimes have to push quite a lot. So I do feel quite good. Our 4GT program is good. Obviously the Clio set is the same every week. Feel good about that. We're running pretty well in that as well. Not crazy. Last week at Brands Hatch was an interesting week for sure, but we made it. So yeah, I feel good about where we're at. A little more gap, car behind had a little bit of a mistake or an off or something there. Now out to 7 seconds, so lost about 1.5 seconds there. The last handful of corners. All right, what do we got? 8 minutes, 8.5. So in good shape, probably 5 to go for us. Again, depending on where the leader is, we will get lapped, but it just depends on whether the leader then gets an additional lap. So hopefully, though, it's just 16 for us. Be done and dusted. Decent battle for the lead there again. They're within about 3 seconds of each other, Corey and Rain. So cutting it close with that 1X zone there. We've flirted with it through the Mercedes-Benz section there before, so maybe the Mercedes-Benz Stadium section is at Hockenheim. Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm on crack. Maybe it's just that one corner at Hockenheim. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't speak German. Know very little about Mercedes outside of, you know, racing and Formula One and sports cars and stuff like that, so whatever. Most definitely working up a sweat now, having to push decently hard. Leading Honda will catch Louise here, probably right at the end of this lap, I would assume, only about 2 seconds back. Maybe even down the front stretch, but again, the Honda can't really chill out too much because they're still in a close battle, less than 3 seconds for the win in that class, so Honda's still got to push on and be semi-aggressive, so we'll see. See where they catch us also. Should be down the front stretch they're going to get past, so works out well for the guys behind on the 4 car. I think the top 3 might all lap us, which is fine. Second, the 5 car, Corey there gets by Louise. As does 3rd, Jared. 4th, obviously, Philip is up ahead of us, so won't be catching, but still, that's all right. Quite deep, picked up a 1X looking in the mirror. I do that a lot in this car. I get freaked out about Hondas catching me. That's my first incident point in about 2 months. Not ideal, but I got caught up because I saw the guy in the mirror and realized he was 5/10ths back, and not that I didn't trust him, but just stupid mistakes. I do that a lot in this car. Again, same deal here. Yeah, that's why you always keep an eye on the mirror, because that was a late dive. He missed the corner. Guy behind missed the corner and locked up big time, so I think it's just a product of driving this car. I'm mad at myself for making the mistake and having the 1X, obviously, but it's just, yep, look at that. I mean, that's a crazy ass fucking dive bomb, so gotta just jump out of the way. Not ideal. Just a 1X doesn't matter for anything, but frustrated at myself for making the error. I knew it as soon as I looked up in the mirror that I was going to make the error, so first X of the season for me. Happens all the time in the Ford. Just sloppy. But position is what matters. We got to still get back in focus here and finish these last 3 laps out. So frustrating, but there'll be time to digest that later. If I really wanted to like go for as few X's as I possibly can, I'd really stop driving all this type of shit entirely. I mean, this car, obviously the Clio, with how crazy PCC is very dangerous. This series is dangerous just because the cars make speed in such different ways, but that's all right. Anyways, depression aside. Did the same thing there, got in too deep, thankfully we caught it, so something I did there that changed, whether we're running out of tire now and can no longer brake at kind of that 200 meters or whatever there, or whatever I did differently there, really screwed me up. Definitely 2 to go, so. Popsicle sticks, got 6-second gaps, plenty, 20 back to the GT1s is plenty. Definitely out of the front tire there. Can't even get stopped with a nice conservative brake zone. So definitely burned up the front tires, and then when I suddenly asked a lot of them to try to stay ahead of those Hondas, if they didn't cooperate. So it's all good. This will just forever be the car that I pick up really dumb solo 1Xs in. I've done it ever since I started driving it like 9 months ago. So it's all good. That's life. Always perfect all the time, even me. Again, at least it was just a 1X and we lived. We didn't pick up any damage or impact anybody else or anything like that, so maintained our position. Again, in hindsight, I should just let him go, but then you have another guy right on top of you 2 seconds behind, so when they're all like intermediately spaced like that, it's really difficult to get out of the way because you jump out of the way of one guy and you end up right in the way of another one, which is what we saw last week in the Clio at Brands, and I was trying to get out of some of those GR86's way. But again, that's racing, and I probably should have just done my own thing, and if we die, we die, but I don't like dying, so always try to think about what the other driver will see and try to do. Again, that's not really a passing chicane there with the fast version of chicane that we're using here, but again, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You just have stuff go like that, you make mistakes. We gotta obviously not make it again because we were very close to hopping that curve and spinning out, so we gotta leave some margin for error here these last 2 times through. Nice and smooth, very, very slow through the chicane, but we made it. White flag, cred at 1 bank. Finish this puppy off, 5.5 seconds gap. We can go nice and chill. We can run a 58 if we want to and still be good. Last handful of laps haven't been good, or fast for that matter or anything, but
Don't walk up, don't walk up.
leaders are having a good battle back there behind us, the 3 and the 2 car for GT1. Hopefully the 4 car doesn't end up in their way unintentionally. Great race, everyone. That was a lot of fun. No, yeah, still shift there, dumbass. Alright.
Agreed. Good job, guys.
All sorts of mistakes now.
Still racing.
Not focused, not paying attention. Still battling out for GT1. Everybody else is pretty well separated and decided. Nice and smooth. About 3 more brake zones, 4 more brake zones. Oh, latency's going. Let's make it like 4 more corners here, please. Thank you. Haven't had that in a long time. I don't think I've ever had that in official. It gives you a mini fucking heart attack.
Jared and Rain, you guys did a great job coming back. I thought I had this in the bag, and next thing you know, you're both on me.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, that was fun.
Thanks, bro. I didn't know I was gonna win this one. I thought you had it.
Alright, one more time through the hairpin yet. One of the
Battle back,
hairpins, I
dude.
should say.
Put the pressure on me, and then I freaking spun it there. He came.
We'll come through. We will take P1. Very happy with that. Wasn't a perfect race, obviously, but it was a good race, so we'll take it.
Nice race, Nicholas. That was fun. A lot better than I expected for a 2-person race. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. Thanks for the show.
All right, we'll take that.
Yeah, you're fast, man. It was really fun.
Should be a nice, healthy iRacing gain, since again that guy's 2,700.
Yeah, you were right there.
And again, he doesn't drive the car, so very well done to Louise there. He was pretty damn fast for someone that hasn't driven the car, so.
Trying to get ready for the Port Now 1000. It's like next month. Used cars.
What is it? Endurance race?
Portimao, baby. There's everybody. Alright, we'll take that. I'm pleased with that. We had to work hard for it because dude was no slouch for sure.
Good your bike race if I don't see you.
We'll take it. Alright, let's go check out the results real quick.
Oh, thanks for making it official, guys. See you later.
Frustrated with the 1X,
Have a good one.
obviously, but that's racing. It happens. That's life, in fact. You make mistakes, stuff goes wrong. It's about how you respond to it, not what happens. So 24 rating is a great number. 43, 44. very pleased with that. It's a successful race, I think. Successfully done. Everybody had instant points. I was the only one that had one. Actually, only Luis had 3. So neither of us gained any SR because we're both 499. So great fight, great battle. His best lap came right at the end there, second to last lap. He finally got together and ran a really good, strong 55.8. So his pace was there. He just made a couple too many mistakes to stay right on top of me and really keep me trying hard. And that's good. I would love to race with someone like that again. So that was good fun, good race. Minus 58 for Nicholas there, plus 58 obviously for Max. So they had a good battle as well. Pleased with that. It was really quite fun. Bob's are on IMSA. Look forward to watching that one. Yeah, I will take that. That was a good race. Again, the 1X is what it is. Bummed, but they happen. You make mistakes, stuff goes wrong. So we'll take that. Appreciate you all so very much. Hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. Again, check out that video from yesterday if you didn't see it already, and enjoy tomorrow's WRL at Sonoma. So appreciate you all so very much. Thanks for all the love and support. I couldn't do this without you. Don't ever want to do it without each and every one of you. So that's gonna be it for me. Till next time, as always, bye.